Hey Zach, Simon here from Little Big Marketing. Thanks for the chat this morning. Just getting around to shooting this video for you. I'm going to take a look at your website. I'm going to take a look at a couple of your top competitors and see what they're gaining in terms of traffic coming through to their website and what that might look like in terms of extra clients, extra business growth. And I'm also going to share with you a few tips on how you can go about doing that for your website. You're more than welcome to do it yourself. This is, a courtesy video. So yeah, I'll get straight into it. Now, the first thing I wanted to take a look at was take your website and put it into a tool we use called Ahrefs. It's going to show me where you're currently ranking on Google search results. And I'm going to filter it by position here. And I can see that you're on page 1 for, just under a dozen or a dozen keywords there, but they're all kind of your name, which is fairly common. So you'll see that you're not getting a lot of traffic for these, a handful per month. So what I'll point out is a keyword is any search phrase that someone will enter into Google, usually with a location like San Diego for you, being that that's where we are. Volume is how many times that is searched for per month. KD and CPC, I'll explain to you another time if you wanted to go through that. Traffic is how many clicks per month you're getting. And position is where you're situated on Google right now. There's 10 results per page, so you're page 1 for all these, page 2, page 3, and so on down the list of your keywords that Google knows is on your website right now. It just hasn't been moving you up fast enough. You can see that some of them are starting to move. Maybe your website's getting a little older. Now, these are the prime suspects here: Tint San Diego, Window Tint San Diego, Tint Shop, all of these. And you'll join up all of these volumes and once you get onto page 1 for enough of them, this traffic starts skyrocketing, and I'll show you what that looks like. So that's where you're currently sitting and why you're not getting a ton of traffic through to your website now. You're getting approximately 15 clicks per month as a rolling average. And what I've done here is put in Window Tint San Diego as a keyword for you. And I've chosen SD Tint and who was the other one? Mr. Tint. Mr. Tint. I came down here just to show you what it looks like even being on the bottom of page 1 for some keywords. Now, if I come across to... So I've chosen those guys, and what I'm going to do is start off with the tips. So there's three tips I wanted to share with you. Number 1 is content on your website. Number 2 is backlinking, and number 3 is citations. And I'll kind of explain each as I go. Content on your website, what I'm referring to is words and images. Google likes to see at least 1,500 to 2,000 words on a home page. It's an interesting looking car. I like that. V10, nice. So Google likes to see at least 1,500, 2,000 words. It lets Google know that you've got a lot of value on your homepage, that you're explaining to customers enough information, and also allows you to get in more of those keywords. Where can I find one here? You might have down here like the Tint Lab or San Diego Tint Lab or something, just to be a little bit clever with some of the keywords to get them into the content. Stop Google having to guess what keywords you want to rank for. So that's content, and then obviously with that extra wording, you could do it as a blog instead, but it's a little bit more work. With that extra content, you're gonna obviously need a few more images to sort of fill out the page a little bit. Now, if I come across and look at SD Tint, San Diego Tint, there's that exact keyword that I just read out, and we have a look at there. This isn't ideal, so this is good. This is what we want to see is some flaws, I guess, in their design. So first of all, they haven't got a blog. Well, I don't even know if they've got a full website. This is very strange. I've never seen a website like this. I don't even know where to click. But there's no content there. So if they don't have a blog either, which doesn't look like it because I cannot access it, then we're good to go. If you were to go and get that extra wording on your homepage, you're going to have these guys beaten out in step 1 straight away. Google's going to like to see that. Now, Mr. Tint, SD, or just Mr. Tint, as I scroll down, they got a little bit more content. At least they got a menu at the top here. I know where to click. Yeah, not a lot of content there either. So 1,500 words, mate, and you'll be in the money. As for step 1, step 2, it requires a sort of a combination. Step 2 is backlinks, and backlinks are just anywhere one website refers to another via a clickable link, and they come from a referring domain or a referring website. So this right here, the tintlab.com, that essentially, because if I clicked on that, would take me to your website, that essentially is a backlink. And the referring domain would be this Ahrefs program that I'm using. However, this isn't a permanent backlink, so it's not actually registering in this, but that's just what they look like. Or sometimes they can just be a word that links to your site. So that's bringing you, those 51 keywords I showed you and around 15 clicks per month. So not too many. If we come and have a look at the backlinks so those backlinks go on a ton, or any different website you can find, and higher quality websites get you higher quality links, so you need less of them to rank higher. So they're not all created equal, just something to note. If I take a look at SD Tint, they've got 1,000 backlinks coming from 67 domains, registering them for 384 keywords, and bringing them in nearly 500 clicks per month. Now, that's a pretty good number. Definitely massive room for improvement. I know for a fact in San Diego, you could be getting up over the 1,000 mark quite easily if you wanted to, 2,000. And I mean, even if you were only getting, from 1,000 clicks, if you were getting 500 calls and you could only close 10%, that's still 50 clients a month extra. And that's a low percentage of, first of all, of calls if you're getting 1,000 clicks, and then closing rate. So really you could expect, probably over 100 extra clients per month, depending on how far you take this. You can go as far as you want, or you could stop at 500. Maybe they wanted to stop at 466. I don't know. But you can go further. Now, coming across to look at Mr. Tint, 106 from 45 and 330 clicks. So once again, quite a few, but much room for improvement, which is great. That's what we want to see, because it means we can come and start taking a piece of this pie if you wanted to. Now, the third tip, so that's backlinks. The third tip is citations, and citations are all to do with this map pack here. So the map pack is extremely important these days, as these top threes are utilized an awful lot. And the way to get in there is by having citations, and citations are just anywhere your business name, number, and address is listed as it's seen on your Google My Business account. Obviously, providing that you have one. If not, you should get one. And with that, you need a competitive amount of reviews, obviously, and your Google My Business needs to be filled out fully and correctly. Once you get into this top three, you can expect from the top spot here an extra 30% of clicks on top of the first position down here. So SD Tint, it won't register in here because this is clicks through to their website from Google, but they would be getting another 30% of clicks on top of that. So, it's well worth getting in there. So that's the third tip, citation. So anywhere your business name goes on to, Yellow Pages, Home Advisor, Angie's List, all of those different directories, really, really important. So they're the three main tips. Now, to recap, that was content on your website, 1,500 to 2,000 words, backlinking, going out to other websites and finding backlinks, and finding websites you can place a backlink on, and then citations, going through those directories and doing as many as you can. So they're the tips. Now, the last thing I wanted to share was this rating here. So you've got a nice URL rating of 19 and a domain rating of 0. You need to bring this domain rating up. This is just the way that Google sort of ranks your site, or Ahrefs ranks your site, and Google closely follows. That starts bringing you onto page 1 for these keywords. So we'll bring those up, and as you can see, these guys aren't that far ahead of you, and yet they're pulling in a lot more clicks. So you haven't got a lot of work to do to start seeing some benefit. Anyway, I'll leave you with that. I hope this has provided some value and you found it interesting. Once again, I'd really appreciate some feedback, even if you're not interested in having this done professionally for you. Yeah, just a line of feedback and reply to the email. If you did want to reach out to me, please feel free to give me a call. My number is in the email, or just drop me a line in the email, and we can connect. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Have a great day. Bye-bye.